Welcome, class. Do you guys know the theme of the book? The theme is the NFL on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus.
That's not the theme of the book.
Josh?
Hi, class.
That's Josh Allen.
What Tony meant to say was the NFL on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus.
That's exactly what he just said.
What does this have to do with English lit?
Because the NFL on CBS streaming live on Paramount Plus is lit.
Feels good to make a difference, Tony.
Football's back, and so is all the smoke. To celebrate football season, we're teaming up with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you even closer to the action. Calling all new customers, download the DraftKings app, use promo code SMOKE, bet just $5, and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, new customers who bet just $5 on any wager will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings gives you so many options to use those bonus bets. For starters, their same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets in the same game for a shot at even bigger payouts. If sports betting isn't available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use the promo code SMOKE, bet just $5 on any wager, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SMOKE, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Fresh ball fall is upon us, and you need to be in the festive spirit. Get prepared for cuffing season with a trim as refreshing as a fall breeze by going to manscaped.com and using the code SMOKE for 20% off plus free shipping. It's time for nice flannels and cozy socks, but we can't forget to trim our balls. The Performance Package 4.0, it starts with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology that reduces nicks, cuts, and making the raking leaves a lot less painful. Plus, the lawnmower is a technical masterpiece. It has a multi-functioning on and off switch that can engage a travel lock and a built-in LED spotlight. The Performance Package comes in hot with products that'll cool you down. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Spray, one to prevent stink and the other to clear it up. With the soothing aloe vera formula, fresh balls are the smell of the season. I can smell them now. The Performance Package 4.0 caps it off with 2 free gifts. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. The one to hold your Manscaped goodies and the other one to hold your man goodies. Bring in the fall right and get 20% off plus free shipping by using the code SMOKE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code SMOKE. As the leaves fall, make sure you have it all with Manscaped. Welcome back, Summer League 2023. Man, we got a guest today that had to wait 45 minutes for his dry cleaning, so we started late. But who the fucking knows? Who cares? You know, he's here. We did it. Nah, but I want to welcome to the show, man. I got a chance to see this man grow. He was a couple years younger from me, but out in LA. I was at UCLA. He was in high school, always making waves. Came up to UCLA one day and I said, oh, he's not going to college. This kid's going to the pros. Welcome to the show, Tyson Chandler, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for some time. So y'all played together.
Yeah.
What was that like? Charlotte?
Yeah, for me, it was great because, it was a chance for me to come into a leader role on the Charlotte team. I got traded there, during the course of the season. But I think for all of us, we were guys that were still had bounced around a little bit, but we all had the same kind of like common goal. We all went hard. So we was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in Charlotte together and have the #1 defense in the league. Can't too many people say that.
Facts.
Very nice, very nice. Well, current day, you joined the Mavs player development staff in 2021, working alongside God, Sham God, obviously J Kidd, our guy Jared Dudley. What has that experience been like on the coaching side now?
It's been great. It's a learning lesson. It's definitely an adjustment, from playing and then learning how to like articulate your thoughts and things that you learned along the years that came naturally, like trying to explain it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It keeps me involved with the game. I honestly thought when I was done, I was like, shit, when I hang them up, that's it. I'm out of here.
Right.
And then, I did that for a little while. But then I started to miss the game. I started to miss just being around guys, and the camaraderie. So when J Kidd got the job, he hit me up and was like, listen, come on, I
Got
need
to.
you.
That's dope.
Just get in
Come
the
on,
building.
man.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You was the anchor of the championship squad. Come fuck with us.
Yeah.
So did you ever see yourself coaching? Like I've been offered a couple situations too. I just never saw myself in it. Did you see yourself possibly one day?
No,
No,
not
no
at all.
clue.
Not at all. You know, and even, you know, when you say, I was like, okay, just let me come in, just get a feel and see how this is. You know, coaching is a dedication. They
Constant.
spend a
Yeah.
lot of hours,
Man.
like, you know, more than any players in there. You know, they got to
because
be
we
there
can turn it
before.
off as players. Like
Exactly,
as
ain't no
coaches, you
cutting it
can't.
off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're constantly working on the next thing, film, you know, breaking down things. It's 24/7.
Can you tell us a little bit about Dereck Lively? You guys took him 12 overall. What have you liked so far about him?
He's active, very athletic young kid. Reminds me of myself a
I was
lot.
about to say that.
Like, dude, he reminds me. The funny thing, Jason, when I came to the gym the day after he had the workout, pre-draft workout, and J Kid was like, "Man, I wish you'd have came yesterday." He was like, "There's a kid that we thinking about taking that reminds me a lot of like you." He's like, and not just because he light skinned, but like I start busting up laughing. He's like he got a lot of the same attributes, and then so as the draft was coming along, I watched a little bit of tape, and I'm like, I hope they get this kid. It'll give me something to do, like a real,
project.
a project to work on.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the draft, and as that draft is unfolding, I'm like, they're gonna take this kid, and then they take him. Then you know I get to meet him and stuff, and he's a great dude.
That's something y'all need, though.
They definitely need it. That's always been the missing key for the Mavs, you know. And so I'm trying to get him right. He wants to learn. He's active, you know. And right now, you know, he's a sponge. So
That's dope. What are the expectations looking like? Obviously, you guys moved a lot to get Kyrie. You were able to re-sign Kyrie, which was a huge move. Also picked up Grant Williams.
That was big.
that's huge.
Yeah.
That's
was
a huge
huge.
piece.
And Seth Curry, on top of that, you know, obviously have Lively as well. So, you know, what are expectations for this team this year? I mean, you guys were, you know, Luka, arguably one of the greatest players in the world.
Yeah.
Got Kai back. You guys have put some new pieces around on the defensive side as well. So,
Yeah, I think the unit is like way more balanced now.
Okay.
And I think they got a shot to be in the mix now. And like you said, Williams is a huge piece because you need that type of glue guy, come with that type of energy, a real professional. Kai and Luka are two of the most talented players that, you know, on this planet. So just, I love the pieces that they put around them because that's what they were
key.
missing last year. You gotta have those pieces that bring together the team.
Yep.
And so, you know, they have those, but got to see, you know, how they
How it
mesh together
unfolds,
now.
yeah.
Let's go back to the upbringing. Compton. Where exactly did you grow up?
I actually was in Hanford, then San Bernardino, then Compton.
What's Hanford?
Hanford, California is like a farming town.
Okay.
So I grew up on like a farm.
Okay.
I
would never expect that, bro.
Everybody's like, what?
especially because Tyson used to have that curl too.
Hey, come on, bro.
He had that
Come on,
light skinned LA curl. So I would have.
So how you don't be saying this stuff?
Him or
I didn't have
light
a curl.
skin to another.
I didn't have a
You
curl back then.
lose. You lose. Jason Thomas. Oh, y'all had
Hey,
the
I don't
little
know got
curl.
the coldest curl.
Luge had a cold curl, though.
Hey, Luge was flu. I can't front.
Luge had a cold.
Luge was probably the coldest. Yeah. My shit used to get a little, you know. Matt's crisp too.
But
My
my
shit was
shit-
always like wavy though.
Yeah, my shit didn't get. I didn't do curly until like a couple years in, and then it changed my trajectory of my. Never mind, this is a family show.
They went
Yeah.
to the roof.
Yeah, man, what?
One curl.
But it was. I feel like I had a great upbringing. It made me, you know, made me who I am. You know, made me tough. You know, and then going, you know, being in Compton, and you know, playing there and you know, representing you have to. So it was a great time. You know, had a lot of love. So.
You went through a lot, though. Sophomore year, junior year. You would crash on your homie's couch.
Yeah.
Homeless, basically homeless.
Yeah.
Talk about being able to deal with that as a youngster, but also, you know, understanding where you wanted to go and not get caught up in everything around us.
Yeah.
I know how hard that is.
Man, yeah, during that time, my junior year, I was sleeping on couches and it was sophomore year, I think. Sophomore, junior year. And yeah, I was just trying to stay locked in on like where I knew I was trying to get. Cause you're right, you're getting pulled and everything. And there's plenty of cases where my life could have really turned different because I was in different places, like where things was going down, and like my life could have went in a different direction. But I thank God, I always like stay in the right direction, and even those around me, always understood where I was at, and I appreciate them too, because they always made sure I was on the right path. So if anything was ever going down or whatever, they're like, yo, you don't need to be here. It's time for you to take off.
Protected us, yeah.
Yeah, and that, I still got love for that today.
Yeah. Compton Dominguez. Legendary. I know all about him. How was the hoop scene? To talk about coming up, in that era, because high school basketball was different when we was coming up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Compton Dominguez was one of those schools. Talk about that experience of, growing up in Compton and playing with Compton Dominguez with all those high school legends that you played with.
I think the difference back then is like, it was like myths. Like anytime you heard about a player or heard about a school, it was talk. It was no like YouTube or something like that. So you didn't get a chance to see it.
Word of mouth.
Build it up, in your head or whatever. And so for us, we built that up too because we knew how everybody felt about us. So, we walk in the gyms, we walk in hoodies deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we're gonna win either the fight or the game, so what it's gonna be. And we came in with that type of mentality, and it was a hell of an era.
Tommy Prince, Jason Thomas, Term.
Term.
Tayshaun.
Tayshaun,
Yeah. The most dropped name ever on All the Smoke, Term.
Term.
But what was Term? Come on, we gotta this our Term segment. What was Term game like?
Term was nice. Nice point guard.
Yeah.
Like, your Term was gritty.
I call him 10-day term now because he swear the Lakers gonna call him up.
See,
He keep posting his
he
video.
still feel like he got hope.
10-day
He
term.
posts his highlights of LA Fitness like he's just nice too, dog.
But he doing more gangbanging in the video than playing basketball. Like Uncle people like Term, you can't just cuss everybody. He cussing
That's
people
Term.
out when he make a shot.
Hey, Term will come back and play pickups and start
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what we
Term,
talking
you don't
about.
go here no more, bro.
Oh, you go back to school?
Yeah, no, you don't go here no more. We get somebody new from another hood, here come Term, banging up, bro. This is our team, Term. Like,
Right, this is our team, Term.
this is our team. You messing our team up,
Nigga,
bro.
you graduated 4 years ago. What you
Hey,
doing up
why
here?
you sitting here?
That's Term, dog.
Dude,
Shout out to Blood
Hey,
Bag,
shout out
man.
to
Go
Term.
ahead, baby.
But it was, Tay, like you said, Jason Thomas. I got a chance to watch. I didn't play with Kenny or Term, but I got a chance to watch him before I came there. And that's really what made me want to go there, the culture there. Tay was like the most clean cut out of them all. And he kind of like, set the tone of how to get to the McDonald's All-American, how to rep all of that. So I knew that I wanted to go to the league from high school. So I knew whatever Tay did, like he was like at the top of the top, and going to college, I was like, whatever he did, I gotta kind of surpass that. So he set like a great bar for me.
You had like a legendary, was it junior high or freshman year, like a 60-minute interview.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to us about that, because there was talks, obviously it was talks, but you going to the league was it freshman year out of high school or
Yeah,
junior
they tried
high?
to give me-
Bro,
Man, they tried to
shit
get
was
me to go
different
out
out here in
my
California for
junior
y'all,
year.
man. Y'all doing 60 minutes. Shay Cotton was on Sports Illustrated as a
should've
freshman.
moved,
I'm
man.
like, I know, I should
You
have came to
should've came on
Canada.
down,
God
right?
damn, it's good out here.
But talk to us about what, obviously what that was like, and then, that's a huge platform at an early
It
age.
was. Honestly, I did not know what I was like actually doing. They said 60 Minutes wanted to do a piece. I just thought it was like a news channel. I didn't realize the magnitude of what it was going to do. Because after that, I was like, I got a target on my
It's
back.
different.
It's different. Especially like they put that target and labeling you that dude. Everybody's shooting for you now, and I didn't realize that. At first it was so exciting having cameras following me and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm that dude. And then until you got to be that dude, and then I was like almost embarrassed by it, and like embarrassed by all the notoriety that was coming.
You still a kid though, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm battling all of these things at the time, and you know how it is where, in the hoop game where you got all of the vultures and everybody that's around that, see where you're going, and everybody trying to have a piece or be the person to direct you and this and that. But after that, it opened my name up to the world. So everybody figured I was the next one. So then it was like I had to deal with more than I was already dealing with.
David Hamilton, a.k.a. Super Crip. Talk about Super Crip, man.
Hey.
I got a story about Super Crip as soon as he
Talk
talks
about
about him
Super
too.
Crip, dog.
So I'm coming to high school. I didn't know who Super Crip was. I didn't know nothing about I'm playing against him. And He was just a big athletic dude, right? And we going at it or whatever. Like he hit me hard, I hit him hard. I want to say like he put his elbow or something like that and was like, "Don't move it." I'm like, "What?" So I hit it down and then we playing. So then after the game, coach was like, "See, I like that. Rest of them punks, I like that." He was like, "You didn't back down from Super Crip at all." I was like, "Who?" I'm like,
Oh, my goodness.
"Who is Super?" Like, this the dude, like, you know what he known for? I'm like, no, with a name like Super Crip, I already know what he known for. What he's about. So, and then after that, the funny thing, he came up was like, "Hey, I got respect for you. I love you," like, and then like dabbed me up and all that. And it's but it's funny, so I had no clue that he was Super Crip.
Super Crip.
But after that, we was cool as hell the whole time.
So we played in the, he was my age, so he's maybe 2 years older than you?
Yes, yeah.
So we played in the Magic Johnson round ball game, and this dude got shot. I don't know if it was the day before, but maybe 2 days before?
Yeah, a couple days before he got shot. I want to say it was like, the game was like a Friday or Saturday. He got shot that Tuesday or Wednesday.
And played in the game.
Yeah.
Shot where though?
Yeah.
His leg?
He got shot in the leg.
Well, man, no. Super Crip is
Yes, bro.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, he got name for no reason.
Yeah, I
bro.
know. He damn so was super.
But he was nice too. He went to Auburn for a
Yes,
minute. I just started
yes.
following him on Instagram. I found him maybe a couple months ago and started following
Oh,
him.
you
But it's
did?
good. Yeah, I DM'd him real quick, but it
He
was
still go by
just good to
Super
see him. No, I don't think so. I think that we in our 40s now.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
He might have let that rest, but yeah. Shout out David Hamilton, man.
he had a
Good
good
dude.
career.
Real
for
good
sure,
dude. Yeah.
For sure.
So you say you end up going straight to the pro. You say KG was your idol growing
Yeah.
up. But do you know KG get a lot of his swag from J Mac,
I
Lonnie
didn't know
McCoy?
Damn, that's legendary.
He was the original. Get that shit out of here! And
Oh, no.
on rebounds.
Oh, I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
I know his game. I grew up watching him. I just didn't know that story.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite
yeah.
players, man.
Yeah.
He's the reason why I dunk the way I dunk.
Oh yeah.
That was my friend Tyson was doing that shit too.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. I seen old highlights of him, like because when I
Y'all
first
games
came
are
in.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got, like, you always find similar people, and then, especially when they're doing it at a high level,
Yeah.
and you try to model it.
And he
and,
light
and add
skinned.
pieces. Exactly.
Yeah.
Every light skin. I guess. We athletic.
Talk about idolizing KG though. Like KG is a part of our family. We all know, one of the Hall of Fame, one of the best power forwards to ever play the game. How did he motivate you, and what did you idolize about KG?
I just respected the way he approached the game, his intensity. I loved the way he played the game. I always admired and that's what I tried to pattern after. Because I felt like he never cut the game short. Like, no matter what, like he came, he showed up. And whenever I played against him, when I got to the league, he still didn't disappoint. Like he brought it every single night. And that's what I've always respected about him, respect to this day. And I respect players like that I feel like really push the needle of the game. Like, he's one of them players, for sure.
Great, yeah. You think going out of high school, come back anytime soon?
I hope so, especially now with all of the rule changes. Now that athletes are making money in school, allowed to make, and giving other opportunities. It's not just you either got to go to college or, when they took it away, it was either overseas or one and done. I hope they give our athletes, because also we're starting to get passed up,
Right.
like, by the Europeans.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
So if they don't do something, like, it's going to be a European. I know they want a world game,
Right.
which is great,
Right.
but we need to allow our athletes the same type of platform and the same opportunities that they're allowing to, happen
world to
across the
have.
world. Exactly.
And it never makes sense to us. You can go to war at 18, but you can't take care of your family at 18, play a sport. It's crazy.
That don't make no sense.
Dumbest shit ever.
And to even try to take away, opportunity to be able to provide for your family.
Yeah,
is
it's
just
crazy. Yeah, in its own right.
It just that is
Right.
crazy.
You know what? That is crazy because you can go work at McDonald's,
Yeah.
but you can't go to the
Anywhere.
NBA. Right, yeah.
Yes, it
But I
just don't
think,
make
too,
no
it's-
sense.
It's what Kelsey,
You know why, though?
What Kelsey
Yes.
said, who was in that room for representation, though,
Right.
when they was talking
That
about
too.
that shit.
That, but who mostly benefits from kids coming out of high school? Us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
100%.
anything to negate us from getting ahead, they gonna fuck with it. Bastards. Kobe. Any Kobe stories?
Man, yeah. So during the Olympics,
I want you. I know you got a story for me in Charlotte too, so I probably want you to think of something.
so, crazy ass stories. So we're at the Olympics, and we're going. I would always me and Cole would like sit next to each other on the bus. So we're getting off, and we're going in the Olympic Village or whatever. They had like they had something for us to do there or whatever. And then so we going, and then it's like and Cole was like, I mean, the star of stars. Like he was like that dude. I mean, you know, it's the USA team, and it's built of stars and all that, but Kobe was at a different level no matter where we went. Like literally, I'd never seen anything like that. And so but we going to the Olympic Village, and then there's all these athletes walking around or whatever. And so we walking around for a while. We might be there for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Kobe was like, man, he's sitting there and he's like getting quiet and getting fidgety and antsy. And I'm like, I called him Killer. I was like, what's up, Killer? What's up with you? He's like, man, I got to get out of here, man. I was like, what? He was like, I can't be all these fucking athletes got my fucking blood boiling. I don't want these motherfuckers around me until I got to see them. I was like, bruh, it was supposed to be like a whole like, you know, festival thing where everybody's in there happy shit. I was like, bruh, I don't know where you at right now, bro. I just chill at the festival, man. Like, Cole's always
in go mode all time.
Always. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, Cole, they coming up asking for autographs and pictures.
He's off that.
Cole, they love you, bro. He's like, man, I don't. Fuck them. I ain't gonna be around these athletes. I was like,
that's why we love him, dog.
Exactly.
That's why we love him.
That's why I call him Killer. It was like, because you was always in that mentality.
To be so great with that attitude, bro, that's why we love him,
man.
dog.
And this was at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, close to the end, and he still was like that.
Pre-draft process. How many teams did you work out for?
I think I worked out for like 6 or 7.
Where did you think you were going?
I thought I originally had me slotted to Golden State. And then after I worked out for the Clippers, they had the number 2 pick. I thought I was going to the Clippers. And I was hyped about it.
Back home to the crib.
Man, I'm going to be at the crib. I'm like going from Dominguez to the Clippers. And then they had D-Miles, Q,
They had a young team.
Corey, had that young team. I was like, we about to be exciting. Like we about to, you know, turn the city upside down. I was hyped about that. And then, you know, to get traded during the draft. And then I have to go to Chicago. I was sick at first.
So they first announced you go number 2 after Kwame Brown goes 1 to Washington. You go 2 to the Clippers. What's that initial Tyson Chandler, Los Angeles Clipper? What's that feeling like for you and your family?
Man, just
besides short-lived.
Man, that part, dude. Dude, I thought I was gonna like pass out. Honestly, like as because the Clippers told me they were gonna take me. So after my workout, they were like,
"That's what you want."
You're there at 2, that's what I want. It was like, if you're there at 2, we were taking you. I was like, oh hey, I don't even need to work out for nobody else. Then I just no work out, you know. So then like David Stern is up there, and I'm like, I'm holding. If you watch the film, like I'm like, you can see me like gasp and like put my head down like after he said my name, because I was holding my breath and he said my name. I was like, like thank God. And, you know, it's that surreal feeling of, you know, we've all watched this, you know, like your entire youth upbringing. You watch all the drafts, you see all the new talent coming in, and you wish it's you. You play it out in your head, you dream it. So then to be up on the stage and shaking David Stern's hand was just surreal. Like, you looking out in the crowd now, like, I always see this from my TV. This is what it looks like.
I'm in it now.
Yeah, like, damn, this is what it is. So I feel like every one of those moments that I was able to accomplish in the league, it's like, that was it. Like, same thing when I won a chip, it was like, getting on the stage was like, oh shit, like, this is what all of them is always saying. Like, this is what it is from, because you watch it from TV until you're able to experience it. So whenever you experience it, it's just like an out-of-body experience.
So your heart drops, you get traded to Chicago. You said you felt sick for a little bit, but you're there with a young Eddy Curry. You guys are labeled the next Twin Towers. How good was Eddy?
Man, Eddy was good as shit. Eddy, like, people don't understand, Eddy was very talented.
And
like,
big and strong,
man,
too.
Eddy was that big and could do a backflip. Like,
Was he drafted the year before? Or
no,
same year. Same year.
The same draft.
What
So
pick
Chicago
was he?
had the 4th pick.
Okay.
And then they traded Elton Brand
for you.
For me.
Okay.
And swapped with the Clippers. That's how Elton ended up in Clippers. Like, swapped second pick or whatever.
Okay.
And me and Eddy didn't like each other for no reason except for on some hoops, just being
Right.
pitted against each other and ranked and da-da-da-da. So I remember when I got there, we had the most awkward, pre interview press conference. Yeah. So we in the training room, and like I'm right here, he might be like 6 feet away from me, and neither one of us are looking at each other. We just like in there.
Fuck this nigga.
Man, like exactly. And then we go do the interview or whatever, and then we come out. We still then it's just like we're just like, hey, like I'll see you in a week or so when we have training camp. And then once we start like being around each other more and meeting each other's families, like I fell in love with dude, great heart. But I mean, he was a beast, like a beast. Soft touch, could shoot the ball, like
Feet
on
light,
his toes,
yeah.
like 300 and something pounds. It was like, it was crazy how talented he was. He probably was the most talented player in our draft, to be honest, like just coming in.
Football's back, and so is all the smoke. To celebrate football season, we're teaming up with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you even closer to the action. Calling all new customers, download the DraftKings app, use promo code SMOKE, bet just $5, and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, new customers who bet just $5 on any wager will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings gives you so many options to use those bonus bets. For starters, their same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets in the same game for a shot at even bigger payouts. If sports betting isn't available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use the promo code SMOKE, bet just $5 on any wager, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SMOKE, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Who are some of your vets you leaned on early on in Chicago?
Big Oak.
Big Oak.
I had
He
Big
slap
Oak.
Absolutely in front of you?
Absolutely. He goes several people. Several people. He would always make me, man, I remember he smacked, he was like, run with, or comb me young fella. I didn't know what he was doing. Like, I got to do everything Oak. And he'd go and smack somebody, I'm like, I want to be behind, like, I'm not involved with any of this. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
I'm sorry.
I like, I apologize for whatever, but I was like, Oak made me roll with him. I love Oak, man.
Yeah.
Oak was like the best vet, man, the best vet. But yeah, he would rough me up too. Like,
Would he?
Yeah, we'd be like, cause I remember we were in film, and I'm sitting in the front, and he would always talk to me and Eddy, like all the time. He always had something to say. He would make me and Eddy like the TV's right here. He would make us sit right there, he'd like, no, get closer to the TV.
This nigga was just a bully, huh?
Just straight bully, still like that. And I remember he was like, he said something in the film, like, he was like, something, I'm smack you too, or something. I was like, you're not gonna just smack me. I was like, you might win, but you ain't gonna just smack me without a fight. And he was like, all right, well, all right. And then, so then Carter, I was the coach, and as soon as I said that, Carter was like, all right, film's over. I was like, you don't want to make this shit die down a little bit? Like, let him calm down a little bit.
Because he wanted.
Man, so then everybody walk out, I'm like,
It's like the after-school fight in high school where everybody's coming to. Yeah.
Exactly. No, he waited.
Yeah.
No, like, you gotta walk outside the stairs, like we're in the film room, and you had to walk up to the stairs or whatever, and then we get up to the stairs, and then we just start tussling. He's strong as shit. We fall, we're rolling back and forth. He tossed me, I come back into the training room, back cut up. Trainer's like, what happened? I was like, me and Oak was wrestling. And then to go on to practice.
That's it.
But
Oak crazy.
Oak was crazy as hell. But
You was gone when he squared up on Gerald Wallace. I think you was gone already.
yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. I heard about that.
He was a coach then, though, right?
He was a coach then.
He was a coach, but he was like, but with me, Eddy, and all, like, it was on some, like, it was Big Brother, honestly.
That's
Even when
how
we
he
tussled,
was.
it was like, and I'm telling the story, like that Oak was like my big bro.
He was, and he got into it with Gerald because he was, they was trying to change the vibe. Him and Coach Silas, just trying to change the mold of the team to, just get to like a winning aspect. And guys used to have towels on their head, right? So
Gerald always like
hey,
that.
this how Oak be tripping, Jay. Gerald Wallace put the towel on his neck because he had long dreads and he didn't want to sweat on it, right? So Oak told him before the game, like, we're not doing none of that. We're going to look professional. So Gerald did it. You know, Gerald, our franchise player.
Yeah.
He yanked it off Gerald's neck, Niggas house, and throw it at him like, we ain't doing that. I told you we ain't doing that. So, you know, Gerald, they gamble together all the time. So Gerald like, nah, put it back on. I'm going to see you after the game. And I told you not to do it. All right? Remember that. 1, 2, 3, Bobcats. Coaches walk out. All you see is Oak make a U-turn. Right back in front of Gerald Wallace. Now, didn't I say I was going to slap you? Stood right in front of, and Gerald didn't get up. He standing. I had to go. I stood in front. I said, "Oh, you are a coach now.
You can't
Please don't slap Gerald Wallace. Please don't do it, bro. Because I know you know Gerald gonna get up and fight, but you a coach now. You can't just. He's just looking at me. I'm like, oh, I ain't never begged nobody like I begged him not to slap Gerald Wallace. I begged him. I said, please, dog. Just you a coach now. You can't do it. He walked out, but Oak meant it though.
Yeah.
Oh no, Oak mean what he say.
Paul Silas jacked up Tyrese Thomas. Put hands on him.
Did he really?
What?
OG? Rest in peace?
OG Paul Silas.
What?
Tyrese got slick with him on the bench. You know what I'm saying? He came back in the locker room, he was talking, and Tyrese still going. So he just ran up on Tyrese and kind of hemmed him up right there. You know?
That's old school league.
He just jacked him up right quick, like, boy, nigga, don't you know I'll kick your ass? Yeah, boy, that was a funny team, dog.
Dude, it was like that old school league would always be, because it wasn't nothing. Like, the fights was just fights, and then I was
They
like,
over with.
like,
They over
it's
with.
just it. Like, you move on.
2006, you get traded to the Hornets, of course. Your first year, the team is in OKC because of Katrina. How was that?
I was happy we were there. It was a tough transition because the city was still, struggling and trying to get back. Yeah. We were able to do a lot, like, in the community, which was great, and to try to, help the process. And we also, it was great that our team was good.
Right.
Because it gave people in the city an outlet and somewhere to go, some hope, and then connecting with CP, and creating that connection. I really felt like I got into the league when I went there.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, this is what the league should be like.
Right.
Before, like, my first fight, I was like, the turnover, I had 5 coaches in my 5 years in Chicago, 2 GMs. There was only like 4 or 5 players that would stay every year. They would always trade everybody and turn over the roster. And then when I got to the Hornets, Byron Scott was the coach, and he was like, look, forget about all that. Like, I know you can hoop. I watched you growing up. Like, I want you to get back to that. And then the young point guard and CP was coming off of his rookie year and coming into his second year. And then me and him just formed a connection. And, like, funny, that live happened because we was arguing. He kept...
You definitely gonna argue with CP.
Oh, CP gonna argue. You gonna argue at some point.
You know every guy.
He kept throwing me the he was either a bounce pass or a low pass, and I got fouled, and then I wasn't shooting a good I didn't have a good free. I wasn't shooting good at the line, so I can't remember, but I wasn't shooting good at the line, and I got fouled, and I was like, throw the ball up, and then he was like, well, if you dunk the motherfucker, then you ain't got to worry about shooting the free throws. I was like, I will dunk it if you stop throwing the shit down to my fucking knees. And he was like, all right, the next one I'm going to throw up then. And the next one he threw up and I dunked that shit. I was like, keep fucking throwing it up. And that's how our live connection
That
started.
shit became...
That shit was deadly.
That shit
Yeah,
became...
it was a nice weapon.
How easy was them buckets you was getting fucking with CP on the pick and rolls?
Easy money. Simple. Turn the game simple. It was a nice connection. It was a very nice connection. We could read each other. It was like playing a video game.
How good was he, though?
Man, CP is good. CP is, like, extremely good. He sees the game.
Too smart, bro.
CP, so, like, he sees the game ahead. He could tell you what's going to happen as he's saying it. He could set up plays. Like, I would have, like, whatever rebounds. I might have 14 rebounds and 8 points. At the end of the game, like, Tyson about to get you a dunk. All right, do this, da-da-da. I'm throwing it up. You be right there. I'm like, all right, I do what he said, and then boom, sure enough.
There.
Like, right there. Like, he can get anybody a bucket, like, when he wanted to get somebody a bucket and, manipulating the game.
I think he gets a bad rep, because I played a handful of years of him. You did. And when you get in those arguments, it's not that he
he's just an old school dude, so he's straight to you. He doesn't bullshit, he
People take
doesn't
it the wrong
sugarcoat,
way.
and people, if you soft or not soft, if you just not, you
Or you can
if
bat it with it
soft,
in any kind of way.
And so,
Like-
it's going to be But, I
Yes.
mean, to me, he wants to win. He's a leader.
Yes.
And great to play with.
I
Like you said,
agree.
it will get you a bucket.
I agree. I could ride with anybody. See, I never had a problem with CP because I knew, like, he wants to win.
That's it.
Like, I could ride with anybody that's putting in the work like that and challenge. It's not like he wasn't putting work and challenging.
Right.
He putting in work and just challenging dudes.
He has the right to.
And he has the right to challenge you. You know what I mean? Like, great players are going to do that because he's trying to take it to another. He want to win. And that's like CP's whole thing is like, you know, even the dirty stuff he do or whatever, it's like CP is a competitor.
Trying to
He's
win.
one of the best competitors
Straight up.
that this game has had. You know, and everybody don't take it the right way.
Yep.
But, you know, if you can appreciate a competitor and you can appreciate the game, then you appreciate him.
Yep.
Year 2, y'all win 56 games. Peja, Bonzi,
Yeah, the squad.
David West,
We did.
Mo Pete. Lost to the Spurs in 7 in round 2. What was the best memories of that year?
You know, that was one of my funnest years, even though, you know, we lost there to the
But
Spurs.
hoop- yeah.
It was just a fun, pure
You guys were back in New Orleans
of
that year,
hooping.
right?
Yeah. We're in New Orleans. Like, I remember even after, like, we did our exit meetings, like, we brung it in and was like, I can't remember our chant, but we brung it in. Like, we knew this team probably wasn't going to be together, and it was just, like, great chemistry and a lot of love. Like we got the most out of what we can get. And
Right.
it's like we lost to a better team. Like, you know, and it just was what it was. But it was such a great unit. It was like a family. And especially what New Orleans was going through
Yeah.
at that time, it really brought us
Brought y'all
together.
closer, yeah.
It really brought us together, and it felt like a family then.
What does that team rank in terms of most talented?
For you.
It probably is like the third most talented team that I've been on.
Dallas?
Dallas was the best.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks would be second, with Melo and
Yeah,
Sheed
yeah.
and J Kid and Raymond and Shump and JR
Yeah.
and Novak and
Everybody.
like, yeah, that we had
Knickstape.
a squad. Knickstape, exactly. Like that unit King, like that was a
Damn,
real.
I forgot Kmart was there too, huh?
Yeah, we had like that was a fun time.
Him and Kmart on the
at the
same
city
team, though.
live. Yeah, man, on the dude, I never thought I'd be able to play with a player like Kmart.
Yeah, dog. Y'all on the same team.
Man, because we the type of dudes to just
Yeah, bump
butt
heads.
heads when
Yeah.
you see each other.
Yeah.
So then when we was on the same team, like I was like, this is it. I got another dog, like
Yeah.
right on the neck.
Yeah.
Like if I don't got it this night, I know he do.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
it was nothing but respect.
Olympic basketball, alternate in 08, made the FIBA roster in 10, and then the Olympics in 12. What was that experience like representing your country?
It was one of those experiences that you don't think that you're gonna get to or accomplish, especially the way my career was going. I didn't think that like I was gonna get that opportunity. When my agent told me that Colangelo like wanted me to even try out for the first initial roster, I remember I was at my mom's house and I was like, wait, what? I was like, hold on. I was in the house. I was like, wait, say that again? And he was like, the USA team wants you to come. I was like, that's all I needed was an invite. And at the time, you know, I was coming off injury, so I wanted to showcase and really turn my career around. And, you know, Jay Colangelo gave me the opportunity and put me on that stage. Then making the team, like, I was happy to be there, but then making the team was a great accomplishment. And then to be able to just be in practice, to sharpen your tools with all of them dudes. Because that was the best part about it, was competing against each other in practice. You got so much better. You learn so much, you know, from the guys over there.
Practice.
And then fast forward to being able to walk during the opening ceremonies, like with every athlete representing their country, and then taking that walk, and then winning gold medal, and then again having another one of those surreal moments where you're on stage and you're looking around like, wow, like this is what it's like. It was just a feeling. I was like, this is gonna be incredible for my legacy and my family to be like we have a gold medalist in our family, and I was super proud about that.
That's dope. Any great stories that come to mind? I mean, the stars were there, Cole, Bron, Wade, Melo, Kid, to name a few. Any crazy practice stories, bus stories, playing? Eating in gas stations.
It's just so many stories. Which I think it was always live. Bron was always the jokester. He kept it loose and funny all the time. Bron is actually funny as hell. Melo controlled the music. He was like Radio Raheem. Melo always had a boom box coming on the bus. And then it was like the young crew, because you had young James, young KD, young Russ, and they was all together. And they kept like the youth of it. So it was like a great collection.
What was Kobe the grumpy old man?
Yup. Kobe was the older dude that wasn't trying to hear all that laughing and joking and shit. Like Bonnie playing Kobe over there at the corner, icing like, what is this new stuff? But yeah, Kobe was like Kobe. And then, everybody else's personalities.
2010, Charlotte. We got the #1 defense in the league, Coach Larry Brown, Gerald Wallace. What you remember about that year? Do you remember when MJ took over practice?
Yes.
Remember me and him got into it in practice?
Yes.
I told people don't believe that story, but I said he came and took over practice. Me and him got into it, and he started telling me about taking off his shoes and all the accomplishment he was. I'd never be MJ and all this, and we was going there, and they beat us in practice. Second unit beat us.
Yeah. But Stak was
It was DJ Augustine.
Stak was across the gym screaming at him. I was like, I don't think Stak gonna be here tomorrow.
Straight up. No bullshit. I was going at him.
He held back, and I was like, is he talking to MJ like that?
I'm like, nigga, that's 10, 20 years ago. You can't do it now. Shit.
No, he can still do it.
He wasn't just killing, but he put the winning attitude in the second team.
Pumped it in him.
And DJ Augustine was on fire.
I was going to say, he turned to MJ or Steph Curry.
Yep, for real. DJ Augustine just started making everything. I'm like, yep, that's what MJ do.
That's crazy.
That's funny as shit.
Traded to Dallas. You joined a stacked team, no pun intended. Dirk, J. Kidd, Sean Marion, Jason Terry. What was that team like?
Jason Terry alone.
Man, Jet, dog. Jet, dude, it was a team like full of characters and full of, like Stak said when we were at the Hornets, we were all guys who had been on different journeys, accomplished different things in the league, got paid already, and now was like on a team together and really legit just wanted to win.
That's it.
And that's why that unit came together. It was an incredible team, incredible ride. Dirk played basketball that I've never seen before. That dude was a machine during that run. But Jet hit big shots for us. Jet hit big shots, man.
He hit 10 threes against us with the Lakers. Remember, y'all swept us in the first round. Y'all beat the shit out. Remember when Bynum took out Barea at the end of the game? Beat the shit out of us, bro. Swept us.
Yeah. Damn it. I remember I was telling family, like, I got you in the next round, like when we come back to LA, because I never thought it was gonna be a sweep.
Beat us down.
But it was after that I was like, all right,
But that journey was crazy. So you beat us, then OKC,
it was a hell of
San Antonio first.
We started with
you beat us in the first round.
No, you guys were sick. It was Portland.
Oh, okay, you guys in the second round?
I think we started. Yeah, Portland, and then we got y'all in the second, and then we had OKC.
That was a young OKC team.
Man,
it was tough.
With James, and James was still there, James, Russ, Serge, that was a real tough team. Perk.
Yeah.
And then the finals against the Heat, who, they had just signed Bron that summer.
They wasn't ready for that.
Nah, not at all.
They were the underdogs, though. Remember, everyone thought Miami was going to walk through them.
Miami was going to
Because they had the names, but when you look at the roster and the guys that y'all had the better team.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
What was that finals matchup like? Obviously, all the hype surrounding that team and the big three. And, like you said, Dirk was on another planet that whole season. But what was that finals experience like?
It was incredible. That first game, though, you could watch tape, you could, try to anticipate. They shocked us with how fast, explosive, and athletic they were. D-Wade and Bron on the wings. It was like a dunk show, that first game. And we were caught off guard by it. We had to make adjustments to it. And the series turned, they was whooping us the second game. Like, and we were still almost in shell shock. What turned the series was when D-Wade hit the 3-bar bench and held it up and then, like, walked by our whole bench. Like, super disrespectful. We after that, it was like, all right, wake up. Like, that woke us up.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's when I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I don't even care what happened. Like, nah. And we was literally in the huddle, and it like shifted for us at that point. And then we got back to us, and then started rolling them off.
Yeah, Dirk was on one.
Yeah, Dereck was playing at a whole different level.
2011, you go to the Knicks. Talk about the Knickstape. We just had Shump on. Shump, and he was talking about it. That team had a lot of talent.
I didn't even know
bro.
Kmart was on it. He didn't mention Kmart yesterday. Y'all was loaded.
Yeah, y'all was a lot of team.
It was
Who was the
a stacked
coach?
team.
Woody?
Woodson.
So I got 2 questions though. With all that talent, why didn't it work? And the second question is, who's to blame?
I can't do that.
Go ahead and answer just the first one.
Who's to blame? That was a hell of a team,
It was.
dog.
It was. We allowed the success that we had get to us. And we was in chill mode, like,
Got complacent.
yeah, like as if we had done something. And I remember me and Jason was just coming off of off the championship from Dallas, and then Jason came 2 years later. And then so now we're making this run, and it was like we were both trying to, like, you know, speak it into existence, different part of the locker room. So Jason would take certain tasks, I would take certain tasks. And we were rolling. And then up until the playoffs, for some reason, we won the first series, and then we got laxed. We were supposed to, so we finished Boston. We beat Boston.
What seed were you guys going into the playoffs? I don't remember.
Damn, we were top 3. Maybe
That's what I
Miami
thought. Was it 1 or 2, or you were 2 or 3?
2 seed. I thought it was 2 seed.
Yeah, we were top 3. I can't remember if Miami or I don't know if India. I don't know who had to know because we had home. So I think Miami might have been 1, we might have been 2 or something like that. And we was whooping Miami that year. Like, I mean, because Melo was like on that year, and so we played the Boston series. We had to play one more. We had to play. We should have beat them. We should have handled them, and we should have swept them. I think it was. And then we ended up having to play either 5 games or 6 games.
6,
I can't remember.
think, yeah.
So if it was 6, we should have beat them in 5, and then we ended up having to go to the 6. The 6th game, Indiana Pacers had wrapped up their series. If we say we should have won 5, and then we both would have had just say 3 or 4 days of rest or whatever, and then played. We had to play an extra game, so then we finished on Friday, and then game 1 of the playoffs for the next series was on a Sunday. It was an early game, and we didn't have a shoot around, so they canceled shoot around, which me and Jay was like, wait, no, like we're going to another series, like we got to prepare for this team. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go over that shoot around the next morning, or during the morning of the game. So we ended up not being able to have a shoot around. So we ended up not being able to go over our strategy.
Yeah.
So Indiana comes in and sneaks game 1. So now we behind the 8 ball. We win game 2. We go back to Indiana 1-1. They blitzed us. So we come back to New York down 3-1. We win the game in New York. So now we take it back, and then they ended the series in Indiana, and then that was that. I really honestly feel like how we got past that, I feel like we had a legitimate shot to win the chip that year.
Who came out the East that year? That was
Miami.
2012?
Yep. I want to say did Miami win Miami won it the year, yeah, because Miami won it the year after that was Miami was trying to go for the back-to-back. And I really feel like we would have beat them that year with that Knicks team. No offense to them. I feel like we had the unit for it.
How great was Melo?
Melo was on. He was like, I at that time, I mean, thought he was challenging for the best player in the league, like at that moment. Because he was doing everything. You know, he could rebound the ball, pass the ball. He was big, he sealed the defense, and he was scoring crazy. He was just super locked in. And then again, we had all the pieces around it.
Tap back rebound. You're known for that, the king of that. How did that come about? Not being able to get the rebound, so you just thinking, just let me tap it out.
Yep.
So okay, so it's funny you say that. So you never thought about tapping it out so far that's going to the other end?
So I would, so I got it from the thought of Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Right? So Rodman was a great rebounder, and he would do it and just keep tapping the ball till he got it to him, like to himself. And, you know, he would do all them crazy, like, you know, when you finally get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When I started becoming a good rebounder, and then guys were, you know, they double teaming me on box out and stuff, I wasn't like, I don't know what made him crafty to be able to do that, but I tried that, but I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I was like, all right, I could jump higher and more athletic this way. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna treat this like it's almost volleyball and I'll jump everybody. I know where all my guys are offensively, because as we're moving, I know the plays we're running, I still know where they're at. So I can always find one of them blindly. So it always kind of like a blind pass. So if it went out, I just tried to, you know, tip it to where I knew like one of my teammates were gonna be.
Started at a lot of players, all the big men doing it now.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. I'll tell a story because we haven't had him on the show yet, but I'm looking forward to getting him. So I'm with the Clippers at this time, and young DeAndre Jordan's starting to kind of find his legs. And I used to tell him, bro, watch Tyson Chandler. He plays his role, he blocks shots, he rebounds, he tips that motherfucker out, and he plays defense. Like, watch Tyson. He's an Olympian, he's an all-star, he's getting paid, because he was trying to figure out, like, what's my role? Blake and CP or this?
Yeah.
Bro, you're just as good and just as important,
Yeah.
but you're not that type of player. I'm
Yeah.
like, watch Tyson. If you start watching Tyson, and sure enough, the nigga started watching you and tipping and rebound. Next thing you know, he's on the Olympic team and all defense and all-star, and I was just like, watch Tyson.
I just ran into DJ.
Did you?
And me and DJ have never really had, you know, we see each other, but it's kind of move, you know, and we've never really had that moment, right? And so I saw him, you know, here, and I went over to congratulate him. You know, I'm like, hey, because I was so happy for him that, you know, he accomplished that. And I went to tell him, like, I'm so happy for you, bro. And he pulled me in, he was like, man, I just want to tell you, like, you know, I appreciate, you know, watching you from afar. Like, you don't know what you did for my career.
Right-handed guy, bro. I told you, I used to tell him to watch Tyson Chandler, bro. Watch film, watch the games, watch Tyson.
And it meant so much to me. You know what I mean?
That's
Just hearing
dope.
that from him, it was like, because it was all love. You
That's
know what I mean?
really dope. Yeah, that motherfucker listen.
You dealt with a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of injury in your career. But 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, how did that feel to be able to have that award, just to, you know, to put that on the man on the way home?
Man, it felt dope to finally, because I felt like DJ, right? I felt like, damn, like, I feel like I'm changing teams, I'm putting in work, I'm working my ass off. Like, I feel like I'm helping you. Like, I feel like I was just as important as the person who was scoring it.
You're just
you
not
know
getting the
what I mean?
accolades.
I'm just not getting the accolades. And it's like, I like, you know, in my own private time, like, I was hurt and angry, like, you know, like, and so to finally be recognized, like, for the work that you're putting in, you know, on that type of stage, it was like I was so appreciative and like, you know, like finally it's being recognized. You know, the contributions that I'm doing, the impact that I'm making, and even like, you know, like that was great individual. The same thing, all like having like it's like that started it, like for me. It's like once, I don't know who or why or how, but once it started getting recognized, it's like, okay, now everybody recognizes for some reason. And people
But I've
start
been
seeing
doing
importance.
this, though.
Yeah.
I've been doing it.
Exactly, and I'm just now year, what was that, 12 for me or something like that?
Right.
Like I'm like, this is no different. Like, really, I had better years defensively.
Right.
Like, I had a better year that year in Dallas. Like, you know, like for what I did to that team and this and that. But it wasn't talked about it. I mean, it was talked, but like, there was no accolades, like, you know, from it.
Make a few stops on the end of your career. Go back to Dallas, Phoenix, Lakers, Houston. Any of those teams? Any fond memories that still stand out to you this day?
A young Phoenix, young Book coming in.
He was cold, young too,
Man.
right out the gates.
Hey,
Young
that's so.
Book.
Were you there? Was Earl White? You
Earl.
ever play for?
Yep.
Okay.
First Earl was
He said, "Yep, yep."
first he was I want to say he was assistant. Maybe what? Yeah, I want to say he was assistant Book's rookie year, and then maybe he took over during half the year. I think.
Mid-season?
Yeah, I think he took over mid-season that year. But I remember the GM there, like they had just signed. Because the reason why I went to Phoenix, my mom was sick. So my mom was battling cancer at the time. So because I had got better offers elsewhere, but I wanted to stay close, as close as I can get to LA, where I know I could drive to her appointments and stuff like that, or get to her appointments and stuff quick. So I signed with the Suns. I didn't even know the Suns roster, to be honest. And then so they had just signed back Eric Bledsoe and Brandon Knight, and that's like who they were so high on. Who were good players. They were like super high on. So then I'm coming, and then I play pickups. My first day of pickups, I'm singing the roster. Like I'm like, okay, like who's on this team? And then Book came, and Book.
That was his rookie year?
His rookie year. Like, and it's our first day playing like pickups. So it's my first day meeting him, seeing him, all that. And so we start playing, and like through, the years and like being able to build the chemistry with CP. It's funny, I was just talking to a coach that CP had, and he was like, man, he was like when CP would like trying to tell a big to do something, like, man, Tyson used to do it this way. Like Tyson did it this way. I was like, that's funny as hell. I had never heard that because I was like, Eric, I was like, CP did it this way, man. So I would try to, imitate it. And so I was talking to Book about different things. And so we run, we playing pickup, and I'm like, bro, like, and so I'm guiding him, and he was able to pick up quick. Like,
Student.
Yes, I could tell him something once, boom. I told him, like, I was like, yo, come off this pin down this way. This is your looks. Like, and this is what you're going to see if you don't got that ball looking. Boom, he did it. And I was like, young players don't work like that. Like, like, not like that. And so instantly I knew, I was like, this kid is special. Like, and he's going to be special. And I remember afterwards, the GM was like, what do you think? And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, the best player you got on your roster is that kid that you drafted, Devin Booker. And he was like, what? He was like, really? He's like, what do you think about, Brent? I was like, they're good, I'm telling you. I was like, me, them, this roster, he better than all of us. That's the best player you got on this roster. And he was like, really? I was like.
Who was the GM at the time?
Ryan McDonough. He was the GM at the time.
No, Book was cold.
Man, Book came out
right
nice.
out the gates.
Yeah.
When did you know it was time to walk away from the game? 19 years, right?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't even cut off, but I'm telling you, bro, I got to commend, bro, because I seen what it took for him to get through a season. Remember in Charlotte, you was dealing with your back, bro. I'm talking about, bro couldn't even walk, bro. And he'll show up game time trying to push through. I seen it, bro. I seen it. You was fighting. You was pushing through a lot of shit.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Because even when like I remember the doctor who vetoed my trade, and because I was supposed to go to OKC before I went to Dallas. So the doctor who vetoed my trade said that I wasn't gonna play past my 8th year in the league, and you have to fight through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And I put in a lot of work to try to like keep myself on the court. A lot of rehab, fought through a lot of stuff. A lot of injuries. But I appreciate it now looking back. And when you say, when did I know? Yeah, it became harder and harder to bounce back. I remember when I was with the last year I was with the Lakers, they asked me if I could, like the type of minutes that I could play. And I felt like I felt like I could. I mean, my mind felt like I could. And then I started realizing I was out there and my body couldn't. And then, so that was one side of it. But the bigger side of it was just like, I would come into the gym and just sit in the locker and just look at my stuff. Like for a long time before I put it in. It started getting hard for me just to put my gear on. Damn. And I knew at that point, I was like, yeah.
It's about that.
It's about that time.
Damn. Well, you got to think, I mean, you're one of the rare dudes, you, KG, Bron, Kobe, that had more years than like half your life in the NBA. Like you came in the
I
league at
played more years.
Yeah,
like
18,
at that
right?
Point, yeah.
And you had played 19 years, so you had spent more than half your life
in the NBA.
in the NBA. Like that's
wild.
insane to think, bro.
It is.
You know how we always say Father Time is undefeated? I want to read y'all something. Father Time is not undefeated because of knowledge. Know-how, skill, wisdom, and energy is transferred from us to the youth, and Father Time has to start all over again with the younger opponent. Our spirit is undefeated.
Oh, wow, that's
real
nice.
shit.
I like that.
Look at you. Okay.
Damn, okay, Stak. That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
I've known this motherfucker since 2007. He ain't never said nothing.
That boy there preaching, man. Listen, hey, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's like every vet, you know, that you pass along to every young player.
Well, that's
exactly what you're saying.
It's exactly what it is. I mean, it's handing that knowledge, and I'm sure being the person you are, that was what you just spoke about book. You know, we have so much to offer, and we talked about this, I think, with our last guest, Kelsey Plum, with the WNBA about who were her vets. She's like, we didn't have no vets. And then you see the league now is so young.
Yeah.
And we had, when we first,
that.
I mean, same thing when you came in the game, we had niggas that was 37, 38, 39, whether they played or not, they added so much to that team. Just in knowledge, wisdom, experience, know-how. And I feel like sports overall is missing that now.
I'm cool with it to do it the way J. Kidd did it, though. Making them coaches.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's the way you got to do one of those.
Yeah.
Right? You got to either take guys like J. Kidd did that just finished and say, just come to the gym. Like, okay, I know you don't want to hop, but just come in and do what you're already doing. Like it's so like Haslam. What Haslam did. Every team needs to Haslam.
Yep.
Like every team needs to Haslam.
Iguodala, like that type. Yeah,
like
man.
it keeps the team together. Like, and you know, you have if you got all the youth, it's the competition. They all in the same place. You need somebody to help lead the way. Now you got young players leading young players. They don't know what they talking about.
Blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind.
They don't know what they talking about, and it's crazy that they even step up to say it. Like, you hear them sometimes, man, you're not a vet, bro, if you don't be quiet.
Right.
Like, if you don't stop, like there's vets in this league. There was real vets in this league.
Vets.
Like, real vets.
Yeah.
Like,
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
I mean, after spending half your life in the game you love, who were you off the court once you finished? Did it take time to find out?
yeah, I'm still in that.
Really?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
year did you retire?
I've been away like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years. And not still, but still in not playing mode.
Right.
And then like your time that you have. You have so much time now. You spent, like you said, and not even the 19 years in the league that I spent, but from being 12 years old, like, and starting the journey.
All you know.
That's all you know.
19.
Like, all you know is like hitting the gym and train, like everything is directed, right? Like, there's not a time that I didn't have a goal that I was seeking and super motivated for, right? So, like, this is the first time in my life that I don't have, like, something in front of me that is like...
And we're such creatures of habit, so we're on a schedule, time
Yes,
management.
and that's the part right
all
there.
that shit is so to a T, and then once you don't have it no more, it's scary.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was like, at first, I was like, I didn't know what it was.
I get to sleep in, I get to do this, all that
And
shit gets
you think
old
you're so
fast.
excited.
Yeah, all that.
Quick. I couldn't wait for that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, right? No more
Then you
training
get bored
camp.
quick.
Bored quick. And JR told me that. Man, like, when we were in above JR, I was like, because I knew I was headed to retirement. So I was like, and I knew he had gone through it, and then he came back, you know, in the bubble, and then played. And then so I was like, yo, okay, you've been out for a couple of years, and like, what's the toughest part? And he was like, the toughest part is time management. And I was like, okay, really? And I couldn't quite grasp that until I was in that position. And I was like, I got it. Like, and now I understand. Because again, like you say, it's always a training, like, okay, be to the gym this time, do this, you got this, you got obligations, da. It's all set up so you're just like a machine going. And then once you're about that machine, it's like, okay, now it's on you.
You want that time to relax, but after 2-3 days,
But after
like,
2
I need
minutes,
something to do.
I'm a motivated person that I need to be doing something. You know, so that's why it was great for me to come to the gym. And also, like, I'm a creative, so it's like,
You
I
know,
want to be...
he one of them tall dudes that really
every
carry
place.
himself like he's 6'2", cool as hell.
Like him?
Yeah, Jim and Jelani the same way, you know.
Big
They
light
tall-
skins, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The in-season tournament, thoughts on that?
Oh, shit.
Man, I don't understand it. To be honest, I done had it like described to me and broken down by like 3 different players and executives, and I still don't understand. Like, I was with DeMar DeRozan, and I was like, bro, what is this? And he was trying to help me get what I was like, all right, I don't get it. Like, I don't get what I hope it brings some excitement to the game.
Yeah, make people watch.
Yeah, like, but I don't understand what's going to be the benefits.
The only reason I like it, because I didn't understand it as well, but all the games count and they all going to matter, so that I understand. So I like that, but just the fact that they making it a tournament during the middle of the season, that's what I'm just weird.
Is it like, because is it grabbed from like soccer? Or from European football? It is, right?
AAU.
It's that thing? So I thought.
Glorified AAU.
Okay. I thought that. How you feel about I kind of like that,
Love it.
the overtime, like, points that they did. Like, I don't know how many points they would do, but I like it. It's 7 now.
Like
But
a set number?
They had
Like
a
you get
set number.
7 more
So
points?
yeah, they had the first overtime with the Mavs yesterday. And they put the set points, like, okay, 1st to 7. Clock is off. So every possession matters. And
So
the boys
1st to
start
7
playing.
in overtime now?
1st to
It's just
7,
so
bro.
if
That's what they do in the summer
if
league.
it's 82-82, you go to 89.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hey,
You got to buckle
You got
down.
to play.
I like that.
I like that. Like, I don't know if it's going to be 7 or what, but I like that because you got to play now. Every point matters,
Yeah,
and then it
every
becomes
possession.
real strategy. Like,
And they got the flopping foul, which I love because it's too much.
that
That
was
shit
too
is
much.
terrible.
Yeah.
And then with all the bullshit reffing, if you get your first challenge right, you get a second.
that should be.
And I like that, too.
That should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't get penalized
Right.
for being right.
For getting it right. For getting it
Who's
right.
the best player in the world right now?
Ooh. It's a tough question.
That is. Well, right now, after the finals, Jokic played the best.
Yeah.
Jokic was the best this year.
Yeah. He's the best in the world right now, dog.
So I got to go with Jokic.
You can't go wrong with that, dog.
How good is Luka? I mean, you get to see him on a day-to-day basis. How special is he?
Special. Luka, I feel like, is this generation's Magic.
Ooh.
Like,
More of a scorer, though.
more of a scorer. And what I mean by that, like, not that the games are similar anyway.
He controls the whole game.
Yes. And the creativity of what they play with, nobody had ever seen Magic.
Yeah.
Right? And we never seen Luka. Luka, they broke the code of the league. Luka and Jokic.
Yeah.
These are slow, unathletic players
Yep.
that are like moving at a different pace, right? We're athletic and moving fast. They just slow down. And he does it in practice. He does stuff that, like, I've never seen before. And that's difficult for, like, I done seen a bunch of players and I was like, he does some of the craziest stuff in practice, and the dude does it laughing and smiling. like Magic. That's why I say Magic, because his personality is always loud. He's smiling, love, is easygoing. Yeah, he's special.
That's dope.
The Kane is still pushing strong. What's the
That's
difference?
incredible what he does.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. What's the differences between Bron and Kobe? You know both. You've seen both. What's the difference that you see in between them?
I would say Kobe's mentality.
Point blank. It's
That's
clear.
that's the clearest thing.
Yep.
Kobe's mentality is, unmatched. Just like MJ, point 2.
Facts.
Bron is a physical specimen. Bron is something that we've never seen before.
The mascot for the ultimate basketball player.
Yes, like you're gonna create something. Bron,
Build a player.
There it is. Shaking it. Bron,
Straight up.
Like yeah. I would say that's the difference between the two.
Yeah, he is definitely that. Before the show, we spoke on boxing. Did you ever use training to get in shape?
Yeah, for
Boxing?
sure. Yeah, boxing.
Jack wanted
MMA.
to ask if you look like AD when you train for boxing.
No, not at all. I saw that.
You
No,
saw that?
Not at all.
That was nasty.
That was. Who put that out there like that? Though?
That's
I wouldn't have
wrong,
done
dog.
that. Like that.
Don't
you
do
shouldn't-
him like that.
Yeah, that's why I don't do him like
Yeah.
my man working out, training, getting like.
But you can tell they're not even training him to box. They
No,
just threw him
no.
in there and
First of
turned
all-
the camera on.
Exactly, because he was wide open a lot of times.
But
like,
you know
like
this-
Buddy just swung up one time.
I'm
like,
saying, as
it
tall
might
as
have
he
been
is,
curtains.
you use your length. He
That's
been
right.
in
He was
down.
getting too close. That's
He
what I'm
fighting
saying.
like this.
He putting his chin next to homie.
That was crazy. It's a great way to get in shape, but he needs a lot of work, bro. And I'm in the boxing space right now. My
Yeah,
shit ain't,
you close to it. You
my
really
shit ain't
close to it.
all the way polished, but I look better than that. I look better than that for sure.
Well, Tyson, man, we appreciate your time. We coming down to quick hitters. So first thing to come to mind, let us know. Top 5 centers of all time, in your opinion.
Ooh. Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, cheat code.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw Jokic in there.
That boy down in Houston was nice.
I was thinking
Elijah
that.
Wan, sorry. Sorry. I don't know how I did that.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
One album you can listen to on repeat with no skips.
Oh man. I got 3.
Give us all 3 of them.
I could go All Eyes on Me.
Yep.
West Coast.
Yep, Doggy Style.
Yep.
West Coast.
Classics.
Good Kid, Mad City.
West Coast.
Ooh.
And E40.
West Coast.
In Major Way.
In a major way. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
man. Come on with that major way, man. The bubble. The bubble.
Hey, to start. Hey, that
I'm gonna
thing
on the
just bumped
short.
that from start to finish. Foley
This nigga
water.
with a lick. Take them niggas shit. I put that on something. I put that on the click. The click.
Yes, sir.
Just dust it.
Come on, man. We gotta jam that today now.
Riding sideways.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
That
Wait,
shit was
just come
hard.
on.
Hell yeah. Bron, MJ, Kobe, rank them.
Damn, that's tough. M1. Man. M1, Bron, Kobe.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong either way.
Yeah.
According to our barber here, is he here?
He been doing a lot lately
Yeah.
though, but he ain't. I don't know how he ain't here.
Word is Justin Bieber was baptized in your bathtub. Any truth to that?
Truth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Random. Random. I'm living in New York, playing for the Knicks. I got close with Justin like maybe a couple years before that. And then I'm coming from a game, and they hit me to come over by the crib, or to come to the crib. So I was like, all right, I'll be there in a second. When I get back to the crib, you know, he was going through some things. He had a pastor come over. So we all was just there, you know, chilling. And then he said he wanted to get baptized that night. And then, so that's when he wanted to get baptized that night. So that's why they called the pastor over. And then, so then I called, I'm in an apartment at the time, living in, like, you know, one of the high rises. And I had the guy's number who would like open up the gym for me, which had a pool and all of that. And so I'm hitting him and he not hitting me back. And so I'm like, damn. And I'm like, damn, JB, I know you want to do this tonight, but I don't know how because I can't get the pool. And then the pastor was like, well, you're a big guy. Like, how big is your tub? And I'm like, really? I'm like, I do actually got a big tub. So if y'all want to use that, you can. And they were like, just I want to do this tonight. I was like, all right. So I went and filled up the bathtub and let them have their moment. And he had it. Then he left his drawers in my daughter's room. Get your drawers back, Justin.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. The fuck?
Hey, man. For real, that bitch was been on eBay. They just sold them shits.
Yeah, that's
Shitty Biebers.
Shitty Beebs.
Shitty Biebs.
Stupid.
He had some clean drawers.
Yeah,
what I
that's
was looking for.
random as hell.
First thing you do in the morning, last thing you do before you go to sleep.
First thing, drink a glass of water right when I wake up. And before I go to sleep, pray.
Bet. One guest you'd like to see on All the Smoke.
But
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
Ooh.
you done played with a lot
Well, I
of people.
wanted to be here, so I'm happy to be
We
here.
made that happen.
But been overdue though. You're supposed to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me.
You're supposed to
boy.
be here, dog.
Come on now.
Man, All the Smoke. KG already been on.
Yep.
She been on.
Yep. All the dudes he like, look at you. All of people he like.
Y'all had Oak?
Yep.
Damn, I'm running out of.
We got, it's a
I
couple
was gonna
people.
say, y'all got a
There's a couple people
catalog.
that's over there in your organization that we ain't had.
Oh, no Dirty. No, Dirk, no J Kid.
We had J
We had
Kid.
J
Yeah,
Kid. We
J.
haven't
Kidd.
had Dirk.
We haven't
and
had
we,
Dirk.
that's the conversation we need to have.
Cube
Dirk.
we were supposed to have Cube tomorrow, but he had to cancel last minute family emergency. But we haven't had Cube or Dirk.
Dirk is our boy. We need to get Dirk on.
Need
We
to
got
get
stuff to
Dirty
talk
on
about
there.
with Dirk.
Yeah, y'all
You
gotta
can't be mad at us
ask
still, Dirk.
Yeah, I got to ask.
You can't be mad at us still, but we was just doing our job, bro.
He over, huh, Dirk?
Okay, all right. Oh, you gotta come on, bro. I got your jersey in my house.
Dirk, I hope get Dirk. Dirk is not the, and not like that niggas, but Dirk is not the person you think he is.
Right,
yeah.
no question.
See, I don't know him at all. Outside
Cool
of
as
playing and
hell,
saying
bro. I
what's
have
up.
no
I don't know
7
him.
jerseys signed
You
in
say
my
no?
house.
You know
One
all
of them is
rappers.
Dirk's.
He's married to a black woman, ain't he?
Yeah.
Bro, I got 7
yeah,
jerseys
Dirk.
in my house. Dirk's is one of
You
them.
saw us play coming to the gym.
Yeah.
You saw us to go play with the foil on top.
Yeah.
You know he married to.
He been at the barbecue.
You know.
Yeah. Well, Tyson, man, we
Shout out
appreciate your
Dirk.
time. Congratulations on a long career.
Love, boy.
Best of luck with
Yes, sir.
everything, and we continue to wish you nothing but the best, man. So that's a wrap.
In the coaching
Tyson
space.
Chandler. You can catch us on Showtime Basketball YouTube and the iHeart platform Black Effects.
LA's finest.
We'll see y'all next week. LA Curl, light skin forever.
You did.
Our asset is embedded. The mission is launched.
Let's go!
If your cover is blown, there is no saving you.